Hello. Okay, that's working. Wait, why is my chat not showing up? Hold on. 2 मिनट वेट कीजिएगा प्लीज. Bear with me for a second. Let me figure this out real quick. इधर तो चल रही है तो इधर क्यों नहीं चल रही? इधर तो चल रही है तो इधर क्यों नहीं चल? Yo, hello. I'm first before Yumzy. That's crazy. Well done, bro. Couldn't join. पता नहीं बीच में मसला आया था I think. Anyway, आज हम कुछ heavy करेंगे heavy. Salam. Wa alaikum assalam, James. What's up? Is this working? One second. How do I अरे डिस्कॉर्ड पे आया था मैसेज आई डिलीट थॉट कि यू डिलीटेड द स्ट्रीम लॉल. नहीं यार मैंने डाल दिया डिस्कॉर्ड पे. ओके ओके बाय. आई एम गोना गो प्ले वेल. ओके वन सेकंड चैट. I got banned again on Discord. क्यों कुछ तो किया आपने ऐसा? कुछ तो आपने किया है. कुछ तो किया है. Probably out of age. चलो गाइस. अच्छा बेसिकली आज का एजेंडा क्या है आपको मैं आज का एजेंडा बताता हूँ. Anyway, I was just rechecking. So basically हमारे पास है एक अदद Arduino Uno R3 और I'm excited for this stream. और है एक अदद हमारे पास Raspberry Pi 5. सही है. और obviously then we've got the full kit for the Arduino. इसमें मतलब सारी इस तरह की चीज़ें हैं, तारे शारे, मोटर्स वगैरह, you know stuff. तो बेसिकली मैं सोच रहा हूँ कि पहले हमें क्या करना चाहिए. Should we start with Raspberry Pi or should we start with Arduino R3? Because I think we can do a lot more with the Arduino R3 as in physically hardware तौर पे. Raspberry को हम different तरीकों से use कर सकते हैं. But I think like Arduino से start करते हैं, फिर हम Raspberry की तरफ जाएंगे. I'm down for the Raspberry pancake bro. इसके ऊपर Raspberry बनी हुई है, देखो. You see that small Raspberry? ओके तो बेसिकली मुझे इसके बारे में अब कुछ पता नहीं है. जिस तरह आप लोग हो उस तरह ही मैं हूँ, ठीक है. तो हम ज़ीरो से स्टार्ट करेंगे मिलके, ठीक है. So I'll just look up tutorials, see what it is, what is how, what is done, ठीक है ना जी. my type shit, क्या बात है. Hamzi, I've got Arduino Uno R3 and a Raspberry Pi and a whole kit for the Arduino R3. So we'll start with the, I have no idea what the shit is bro. Same, ठीक है. तो like हम शुरू से स्टार्ट करेंगे. Arduino tutorial, ठीक है, like basic. यार ये क्या हो रहा है? I don't understand. कोई मसला है मेरी सेटिंग में. वेट, डिस्कॉर्ड की सेटिंग में मसला है कोई. समझ गया हूँ मैं क्या मसला है. वन सेकेंड, दो सेकेंड. प्लीज let me fix this यार. Wait. What the hell is going on here? Huh? I don't know bro. यूज केसेस क्या चीज़ हैं इसके? We're about to find out.
Probably seen them all over YouTube and want to get started building cool shit. Arduino is pretty easy actually, and here's everything you need to know. So what is it? How does it work? And how do I start building projects?
Obviously मुझे मतलब like real world applications ये crazy shit है. सही है, मुझे थोड़ी बहुत चीज़ें पता है obviously, क्योंकि मैं प्रोग्रामिंग वगैरह करता रहा हूँ, लेकिन कभी हार्डवेयर के साथ एग्जैक्टली काम नहीं किया. फिगर आउट करके बताना फिर यार, मतलब सारे मिल के करेंगे ना फिगर आउट, तब मज़ा आएगा. एनीवे, बट ये लाइक मेरे दिमाग में आइडियाज़ हैं, मैं उनसे करना क्या चाहता हूँ, लेकिन और मुझे पता भी है होता क्या है. और कोडिंग वगैरह मुझे आती है, लेकिन कभी मैंने हार्डवेयर के साथ डायरेक्टली काम नहीं किया, लाइक मोटर्स एंड शिट के डायरेक्टली उनको कोड किस तरह करना है ना. आई एम ओनली हियर फॉर द समरी. कोई बात नहीं, आपको समरी दे देंगे हम. बेसिकली है दैट्स द प्रोग्राम फॉर द स्ट्रीम. ठीक है, घंटा 2 घंटे आज के लगाएंगे, फिर लाइक usually do you have bread bro? सब कुछ तैयार पड़ा है bro, समझ नहीं रहा bro. Like breadboard, and then I've got the whole kit. सारी मोटर शोटर इसमें सब कुछ है. Like टेंशन वेंशन नहीं लेनी. Like मलबा सारा मौजूद है, बस सीखने की देर है और उसके बाद जो है ना मतलब कुछ चीज में ऐड बनाएंगे.
Have cloned the schematics, the USB signal to serial. Serial is just a method of communication that the Arduino uses. This polyfuse stops it from drawing too much current. This voltage regulator gives the Arduino a clean 5 volts. And this one...
Wait, let me साथ साथ में देखता भी हूं ना कि क्या क्या चीज क्या है किधर है.
We mentioned earlier that Arduinos are like the brains of an electronics project. At the heart of the Arduino is something called a microcontroller. Think of it...
Microcontroller right here, chat. This is that microcontroller he's talking about.
It's the USB signal to serial. Serial is just a method of communication that the Arduino uses. This polyfuse stops it from drawing too much current. This voltage regulator gives the Arduino a clean 5 volts. And this one does a clean 3.3 volts. If you didn't want to power the Arduino with the USB cable, you can use the DC barrel jack.
Hold on, Chad, I've got this shit. यार एक कैमरा ना मुझे like top down view के लिए भी रखना चाहिए. क्या ख्याल है? Should we do that? Let me see if I can do that. गलत लगा दिया मैंने. One second. Razer mic कहाँ गया? पड़ा हुआ है. Razer mic भी पड़ा हुआ है. Should put it like this, I think. वो पहले ऑन तो. ओ यार मेरा फोन ही टर्न ऑफ हो गया. What the hell, man? Yo, I bought the same Razer mic. No way. No way you did. पागल वागल तो नहीं है? Why would you buy? Why would you buy that mic? You can get much better mics in that price. I did not buy it. It's like मैंने दोस्त से लिया हुआ था इस वजह से मेरे पास है. वरना I would not buy this. That's crazy. चलो कोई नहीं, अच्छा mic है. It is good, but like good shit. यार इसको किस तरह रखूं समझ में नहीं आ रहा है मेरे को. One second. James is like 12. How the flip is he buying mics? Some people be moving crazy, bro. He already had a good mic. I don't know why he got another one. That's craziness. How do I, bro? Nah. ब्रो बड़ा हैवी सेटअप, बड़ा हैवी हो रहा है, लेकिन लाइक चेक करो. How do I keep it there? It's gonna fall. He's not earning it, obviously. Pocket money होगी या उसके पेरेंट्स ने लेके दिया होगा. गाइस खाना भी पड़ा है मेरा, चेक करो. ओए ओए ओए. Let me clean this shit up, bro. Not earning. That's crazy. ये उल्टा क्यों हो गया भाई? ब्रो एक तो गर्मी इतनी हो रही है. This might be alright, you know. That is this fine. ब्रो इतनी टायर्ड धूप आ रही है ना, और पंखा भी नहीं है मेरे पास. This some mad shit. तो मुझे जरा अपने टेरेरियम धूप से बाहर करने दो प्लीज. हवा आ जा थोड़ी सी. एसी लगाओ. वाओ. एसी नहीं है ब्रो, ना पंखा है, ना खिड़की पूरी खुल रही है. Some bullshit. Is that a Google Pixel? Yes, it is. Why you got dust there? Where is dust, bro? Like हवा में तो उड़ रही होती है थोड़ी बहुत डस्ट. धूप पड़ रही है तो उस वजह से नजर आ रही है. There's always dust in the air. Anyway, what I'm thinking to do is how do I do it again? Yeah, this. I need this. Then bring this on the main chat. Nah, that don't look good. It's not looking good. मजा नहीं आ रहा. I think this is fine.
Have cloned the schematic and layout of the Arduino board. Clones are made of exactly the
I've got these, both of them, honestly. I've got the clone as well. I've got the original as well. Wait. Okay.
have cloned the USB signal to serial. Serial I/O means input output from Here's the USB port. You use this type B to A cable to plug it in. This gives it power and also lets you upload code. This part here is the USB to serial converter, which is like the translator that interprets the USB signal.
डिस्प्ले वाले में भी डाल देते हैं ना एक. It's a project or something? No, we're just learning, bro.
Signal to serial.
Learning with the chat.
Serial is just a method of communication that the Arduino uses. This polyfuse stops it from drawing too much current. This voltage regulator gives the Arduino a clean 5 volts, and this one does a clean 3.3 volts.
This is the power wala thingy. One second. बहुत हैंडसम मैंडम है आप. थैंक यू यार. Okay, then this goes in here. ओए होए होए, fix हो गया. This side goes USB. And the other way he told us. भाई speaker भी है. Make crazy shit with this. This is a joystick as well. Look, दिखाता हूँ मैं. कहाँ है ये? This is so smooth, bro. Put this on here, and this is like a gaming console. Let's get it. Bro, क्या क्या कुछ बन सकता है इस. आप लोग समझ नहीं रहे शायद. और ये हमारे पास बत्तियां हैं. दिस इज द बैटरी. ये बैटरी है जो कि इस पे लगती है. सो यू पुट दिस ऑन हियर एंड दिस वर्क्स ऑन बैटरी. देन you put this here and then battery on this, so it works on battery. All right, I see. Motor bhi hai, step motor. Anyway, let's moving forward.
If you didn't want to power the Arduino with the USB cable, you can use the DC barrel jack. The onboard LED is useful for basic programs and debugging, and there's another two for TX and RX. So when data
should I turn it on? Should I turn it on? यार ये चीज नहीं मुझे पसंद आ रही ना. फोन कैमरा में मेरा मुंह भी आना चाहिए ना. यही बात है. आ रहा तो है वैसे. बस ओके. बैटरी को खोल लेते हैं हम. बैटरी हमारी खुल गई है. पे हम लगाते हैं लग जा भाई. There we go. And then moment of truth. Yo, turn on. Can you see the lights? Yes, we move the light. Okay. Here you go. Spotify पे वैसे कुछ लगा दूं हल्की आंच में. Just in the background.
Hey, what's going on? Welcome to another day.
your boy. आतिश फिशां bringing heat बड़ी देर से
Wait.
मुश्किल कुशां साथ मेरे कोई भिड़े ना इस शेर से जुड़ा हुआ शहर की आवाज से मैं नहीं जुड़ा किसी भी जमात से शहर से इंसाफ कैसे मांगू मेरे शहर को इंसाफ नहीं मिला मेरे सामने हकदार ही नहीं ये इख्तियार के ये शहर बड़ा हुआ बिना बाप के सब नोच खाएं कौन इसका साथ क्या नशा मिले आसानी से मुश्किल मिले पार्किंग
Wait, what?
It's funny but it's true कभी छाँव कभी धूप कभी खून जम जाए कभी बहे तो रुके ही ना सोचा तो करो पड़े फायर ओवर सेल फोन्स जिंदगी की कीमत ये रोजी रोटी के लिए जो निकले वो जान ले कि यहाँ जिंदगी गनीमत है सिस्टम
Why your hand shaking? Because my leg is shaking.
चौकीदार चोर हुक्मरान चोर
I can remove the chat, but I want Spotify there.
इनके प्लान सारे बेसलेस
Why is Spotify not visible?
नाकिस झूठ बोलते हैं I can see it on their faces lot of
गायब ही हो गया हर जगह से.
lot of lives lost मौला मदद कर this shit is ticking like a time
Okay, it's back.
इस दिल पीस या फिर एक जंग और क्या जीने का है एक ढंग और मेरे झंडे में है हरा और सफेद तुम्हें दिखता है क्यों उसमें एक रंग और भरे ऐवान में है एक गमखार यहाँ बने खानदान ठेकेदार यहाँ चोर के मुहाफिज सूबेदार यहाँ लगे नहीं क्या लाशों के अंबार पहले यहाँ
Is that fine now?
की दीवार पहले
Yeah, I think it's fine.
लोग बेमौत क्यों हैं लोग बेखौफ अपने
Anyway,
हिसाब से
step 1 done. We've managed to turn this on. You can see the lights and shit. Yeah.
अब हाथ में है
Let's go.
घर में है फाका वो मौकावार दाग भी नहीं छोड़ते
It in. This gives it power and also lets you upload code. This part here is it's the USB signal to serial. Serial is just a method of cable. You can use the DC barrel jack. The onboard LED is useful for basic programs and debugging, and there's another two for TX and RX. So when data is transmitted, it flashes, and when it's received, it also flashes. And
Okay.
this button will reset the Arduino when you press it. The pins in this row are called digital I/O pins. I/O means input/output. These pins have 3 modes. You can program them to be high, which will output 5 volts, and a component connected to this pin
अपना face left पे कर दो on the display. या फिर phone camera पे.
बर्तन धोने के अलावा भी बहुत कुछ आता है फिलहाल तो बर्तन धोते हैं चलो हम बोल रहे हैं बर्तन धो स्पिट करो बाल कटे गर्दन सो अदर्जन में गंदगी
Like this.
पगा जैसे कोई जंक्शन हो अफंजन में बिगाड़ू पंचर में करा
I think it can be bigger.
में उड़ा दूं बना दी चाय और किचन भी संभालू करती लाज भी सर्जन जो हम बोल रहे हैं बर्तन धो स्पिट करो बाल कटे गर्दन सो अदर्जन में गंदगी कमिन में पापा का जैसे कोई जंक्शन हो अफंजन में
Why don't they?
करा दूं हवे से डील कर हवे में उड़ा दूं बना दी चाय और किचन भी संभालू
हाँ.
लाज भी सर्जन जो अब पसंद है हेट जो कहते रिलेट ना लेती मैं दिल पे विजन स्टेट ये शॉट दे चमचों का बंद करूं केस है बातों में गंदे की बैरिन का फेस शार्प है माइंड हूं शार्क में काइन दिखता है सब इन्हें फिर भी दे ब्लाइंड होता नहीं हजम के वो कैसे हार दे खत्म के राउंड टू गायब सब लाइन से रखी हूं नजर में बाकी एक कंसर शॉट से पहले ही दिख जाता असर ख्वाब में शौक दे जगह पे कॉट फिर घुमा दे सर पूरा भारी में अतर में बेटर में बतर में बेहतर में कटर में फोकट और पता तो बंद कर दी शटर में छाती ने किसको
Okay.
मर्डर ही नहीं चलो गटर ए मैं सच छोड़ू गलती को सच में तो गलती हो जल्दी
pin will turn on. You can set them to low, which will output 0 volts, and a component connected to that pin will turn off. The third mode is setting them as inputs to read signals coming from the pin. This is useful if you have components like a button because you can read the voltage level at the pin to know if the button has been pressed or not. Pins that have a tilde sign next to them are capable of generating pulse width modulated signals. Basically, these pins have the capability of turning on and off really fast, which can be used for finer control over things like the brightness of lights and the speed of motors. This light looks like it's on 100% of the time, but really I'm just turning it on and off so fast that your eyes see it as 50% power. The pins in this row are called power pins. They're used to power components. The 5 volt and 3.3 volt pins provide a stable 5 volts and 3.3 volts respectively. This is the ground pin to ground all of your components. If you
Okay.
needed another way to power the Arduino, you can use the V-in pin and hook up 7 to 12 volts and it'll lower it to 5 volts. The pins in this row are called analog input pins. They can measure continuous voltages, so not just on and off, but a wide range, and convert them into digital values since the microcontroller works with ones and zeros. These pins are connected to the analog to digital converter, also known as the ADC. The ADC takes the continuous voltage from the pin and converts it into a digital number that the micro connects live.
Okay, I get it.
Modified version for your computer.
Okay, ये बताओ
So if you're
मुझे.
getting started, you should get a kit with a variety
I've
of
got this kit.
components. Let's take a look at the software side of Arduino now. The company Arduino have also made software that allows you to write code and program the Arduino really easily. The software is called the Arduino IDE, and the programming language that it uses is a modified version of C++. To get this software, search for Arduino IDE in a web browser and click the first link. Download the Arduino IDE 2 from the options available. Select the appropriate version for your computer, follow the basic installation stuff, and that's pretty much it. To connect your board to the computer, use the cable and in the drop-down menu, select the option that says Arduino Uno USB serial. Click on this option to connect to the Arduino. A program that runs on an Arduino is called a sketch. The sketch needs two functions to work. These two functions are called the setup and the loop. In setup, any code that you put between these curly brackets will run once.
I still didn't get the real life thing. What do you mean? Let me install it real quickly. ये जब तक इंस्टॉल हो रहा है मैं पानी ले गया जल्दी से. 1 सेकेंड. गर्मी इतनी हो रही है ना कि पानी की ज़रूरत पड़ रही है. आप लोग समझ रहे हैं कि नहीं समझ रहे? वो आप लोग समझ रहे हैं. गर्मी ज़्यादा नहीं है मतलब, लेकिन शायद आप लोगों ने कभी महसूस नहीं किया कि कभी आप गर्मी में पंखे या एसी के बगैर बैठो और मतलब खिड़की भी ना हो, लाइक वेंटिलेशन भी नहीं हो रही, और आपका जो रूम है वो फुली इंसुलेटेड है कि मतलब अगर हीट अंदर आ गई है तो उसके बाहर जाने का रास्ता नहीं है. क्योंकि यूजुअली यूके में जो है ना ठंड ज़्यादा होती है, लाइक 1-2 महीने होते हैं गर्मी के. तो दे बिल्ट एवरीथिंग, इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर ऐसा बनाया हुआ है कि हीट ट्रैप हो जाती है इवन 25 डेज. लाइक so the heat doesn't have anywhere to go. So people who complain about like UK heat, even though it's like 20-25 degrees outside, so it's like hot inside, but outside is fine. If I go outside it will be like nice weather कि मतलब हवा चल रही होगी हल्की सी ठंडी ठंडी. But inside like bro, मैं अभी उधर से इधर आया हूँ, मेरी एस ब्लास्ट हो गई है, इतनी अंदर गर्मी हुई है. So let's say we make something. I'm locked in, still didn't get any. वो bro थोड़ा बहुत टेक्निकली बता रहा था. हाँ, इतना मुश्किल काम नहीं है जितना उसने मतलब वो टेक्निकल टर्म्स थोड़ी यूज़ कर रहा था ना, इस वजह से मुश्किल लग रहा था. Trust, it's not that hard. All right. ब्रो पता नहीं क्या क्या इंस्टॉल करवाने का कह रहा है ये. ब्रो कौन कौन से ड्राइवर्स डाउनलोड करवा दिए हैं? Oh god, shit is so confusing. Oh, relax. मैं बताता हूँ अभी. टेंशन लेने की बात नहीं है.
Once in port code digital a more instead of only three, each time flashing a different light with a short buzz. This sequence is controlled by a series of digital writes and delays. Once it's finished counting down, both white LEDs turn on and whoever presses their button first.
Guys,
you
should we
trying
do
to
this
figure out-
1.5 घंटे का course? I think OS app में ही control कर सकते हैं. We can make sensor connection. Obviously, हाँ. It's like instead of it's basically simple functions it can perform on its own. But Raspberry Pi on the other hand has like a processor in itself, so it can make more complex tasks. Again, Arduino is simple. That's why I
how to
started with
use
Arduino.
to build something cool.
This is like a 1.5 घंटे की.
Well, hey,
Master
you're
class.
in luck because in this single workshop, you're going to learn everything you need
I just
to
told
get
the
started with
difference.
Arduino. By that, and control them with some cool logic that you get to create. So Arduino can be used to read inputs and control outputs. Okay, so now you have a gem.
It's pretty simple. Rain Alien समझ आई? It's like समझ लो ये पंखा
Whole
है.
idea of what Arduino.
ये पंखा है, ठीक है? ये आपने चलाना है. You give an input, on, turn on, पंखा चलने शुरू हो जाएगा, ठीक है? You give an input, पंखा बंद हो जाएगा. But that's simple, obviously. You can give an input कि for example आप एक सेंसर लगा दो साथ. For example रुको, किधर गया वो मेरा joystick? ही है. ये joystick है ना? Like if I push it slowly, पंखा थोड़ा slowly ऊपर जाएगा, like तेज होगा. If I fully push it, shut your bitch ass up, Shahir Farouk, please bro. I'm trying to learn here, ठीक है? I'm just that's basically it, bro. Simple.
And that is one of the amazing things. And that is one of the amazing things about Arduino. And I want to take just a quick second to explain something that eluded me for like ever, but hopefully it'll make sense to you. So Arduino, hopefully you've kind of
Stuff you
So
should
now
buy.
let's
That's
take-
already on.
right, and those
What's
holes
on
are
an
designed.
Arduino board?
Wiggles mean that the pin is capable of pulse width modulation, or PW. No pin I want to
Miss
talk.
me with that shit, bro. Tell me how
All
to
right,
build
so
it.
what I've done is navigate to the Arduino website.
Already done
here.
this.
But there's some important stuff that takes place in here. We won't talk about all of it right now, but I'm just gonna hit OK. We're fancy, but the sketch. So we save sub sandwich, and if you open that, it's gonna have a file in here, and you just want to show you
Okay.
how to check to see if there's
Oh,
any
no,
errors
you
in the
guys-
code, and then how to actually upload it onto an Arduino board. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my Arduino Uno, and I'm actually gonna
Yeah.
plug it in with that USB cable to my computer. So I'm gonna plug it in. Now my computer made a little noise like, oh, hey, I recognize something. Yours may or may not, but mine does. And then I'm gonna go up to Tools, Board, and I'm gonna select which board I have. Now I have an Arduino Uno, so it already recognized that for me, so I'm just gonna click that. We also need to set the port. So here's the port. It's gonna show me, I have COM4 hooked up, I have an Arduino Uno. Maybe I have different things shown here, right? But there might be multiple ports listed here. I'm just gonna go with this one right here. So I'm gonna click that. So now that I have my board and my port selected, I'll be able to upload this code onto my Arduino. Now, if you look in the bottom right of the Arduino IDE, it'll tell you what board you have and what port it's on. And then this space right here in this black space, this console space, it's gonna show you if you have any errors or anything like that. So the first thing I'm gonna do is hit this little check mark. This is the verify. And what it's doing is it's checking your sketch for any errors. Now, since this is an example sketch, we're not gonna see any errors. So we get a little message down here about how much space it's using, and we're doing just fine. So now I wanna actually get it onto my Arduino board. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit upload. Now, when I hit upload, now it's actually uploading it to my Arduino board. And if you look at your board while it's uploading, you'll see the TX and RX lights start blinking. Now, what this program does is it blinks an onboard LED on the Arduino Uno. So most Arduinos, they have an LED on the board somewhere. Usually it's at pin 13, but not always. And as you can see right now, we're blinking the LED.
Bro, it does
so
not
we were
tell
able
you
to
how to
successfully upload this
set it up.
to the board. And so it's on for a second and off for a second. This example, parentheses, they can't.
Oh yeah, bullshit yaar.
So you want to learn Arduino. You've probably seen them.
Welcome back to Crunch Labs. I'm Mark Rober, and today we're doing just like a quick crash course on Arduinos. So let's start with the basics. This is an Arduino. You might have seen it in some electronics builds. In fact, you might have seen it on a lot of builds on my channel. I use these all the time to get revenge on Halloween candy thieves. That's something you can do. You can go to the arcade and suddenly dominate a bunch of the games like this. You can build shark baiting devices, squirrel baiting devices, and even porch pirate baiting devices. You can make automatic strike bowling balls or automatic bullseye dartboards. Even if it's just for something simple like a candy dispenser when Mr. Beast tricks you to go on vacation with him to an abandoned city. So it's some kind of complicated looking electronics board, but what exactly is it? So a good analogy is looking at us humans. For starters, I need energy, so I eat food. And then with that energy, I can power my eyes and ears, and I get information from the world around me. Then I take that information, and then that goes to my brain. And my brain processes that, and then it tells my muscles to do something. For example, that light is kind of bright. I'm gonna raise my arm to sort of block it from hitting my eyes. Now, just like that, with these components you see in front of me, first of all, there's a battery pack that powers this whole system. So that's like me eating things to have energy. Right here, we have a sensor. In this case, it picks up IR signals. This is like our ears and eyes. We call this an input. So it takes that information, sends it right here to the brain, that Arduino microcontroller. It does some thinking, and then it sends information down these wires to these servo motors. These are the outputs, or the effectors. And sure enough, if we test this out, I'm gonna send a signal to the input. You can see the Arduino thinking about here as it lights up, and then it tells the muscles to do something. In this case, for this yaw motor to spin around. Now I'm gonna be honest, this is kind of boring. An electronic system just like this just isn't that interesting. But if you combine it with some mechanical pieces that could kind of move, place in some interesting spots, well now you suddenly have a super cool desktop turret. And you can see it's this exact system just applied here. There's 3 servo motors here, here, and here. We've got our brain right here and our battery pack right here. And now I can spin this all around. I can go down and up just by controlling the different servo motors. And of course, I could fire my darts. Rapid fire. Heck yeah. And just to ease your mind out of the gate, if you can put together a Lego build, you can program with an Arduino. So my goal today is just to break it down to first principles and make it really straightforward. Because the trick is, you don't need to know how to code to program and build cool stuff with an Arduino. There's just so many resources out there. There's tons of code that already exists for almost anything you can imagine that you can just copy and paste with minor tweaks, even if that. On top of that, there's a lot of AI chatbots that can actually help you program, help you think about your code, and help you actually write the code and debug it. So it's totally fine if you've never taken any kind of coding class. This can still make perfect sense. And so after watching this video and doing a few hack packs, now when you see something like the glitter bomb, and at first you might think, this is indistinguishable from magic. Like, how does it know when you lift the lid to wait a few seconds, to spin the cup, to fire the fart spray, to tell the phones to record? But then when you see this, you're like, aha, there's the brain. So just like in our simple example, there's inputs that tell it, hey, the lid has been lifted. The brain takes that information, and then it sends information to the outputs, i.e. spinning a pound of the world's finest glitter and firing an uncharitable amount of fart spray to fill your whole apartment.
Surprise! Hello.
Operation Butt Trumpet initiated.
Oh, you Alright, we get it, okay. Smells like shit in here.
So let's briefly start right at the beginning and just say, what is even electricity? Well, electricity is really just moving electrons. So I have some delicious lemon electrons right here. Now, if these electrons were just chilling like this, that's not electricity. But as soon as they all start moving, now we've got electricity. So now if you had more of these lined up and they were moving faster, that's more electricity. It would be more powerful. But at the end of the day, your phone, your computer, your glitter bomb, the blood that's running through those veins of all those pieces of hardware is just moving electrons. And the difference between having a motor spin that sprays out glitter or having your phone have a screen that just lights up is how you decide to sort of divide and send those electrons throughout that mechanical build. Now let's talk about the electrical circuit. Now you can think about the electrical circuit sort of like a Hot Wheels track for these electrons to travel on. So if I connect this wire here, you'll notice this light bulb lights up. Again, instant replay. No light, as soon as I connect it, light. Well, why is that? Well, you've made a full electric circuit. So right through the negative terminal, all the light bulb electrons we could put into this electronic circuit. Ending my switch is in the off position, get electron on. All right, well now let's
We get
talk
that,
about
Chad, right?
I
That's-
will. Now again,
that's
you might
basic.
be looking and be like, that's kind of complicated. But what this is it's a night light. When the lights go off and you cover this, the LED light gets brighter. So this is effectively exactly how a night light works in your house. So when it's dark and you turn the lights off, this little light sensor senses that and turns the light to get brighter. Now, just like before, all that's happening here is moving electrons, except we've added this Arduino. So we've made the electronic circuit a little bit smarter. And so the electrons come from the positive terminal of this battery, and one Hot Wheels track is over here, where it's just continuously checking this sensor and saying, is it dark or is it bright? And then there's a second Hot Wheels track here, and if the brain senses that it's dark, it's like, yo, we need to increase the amount of little yellow skittles of electrons on this Hot Wheels track so that this light will get brighter. So this is an example of just a really simple thing that you could build using Arduinos. And we're gonna get to a bunch more really fun ones in a second, but first let's review the 4 parts you need for any Arduino build. So the 4 parts to any Arduino build, or really like any robot or any piece of electronic equipment you interact with, like your washing machine or a calculator or your phone, is you have your inputs, then you have the brain itself that does the computing, and the outputs. So that's 3, and the 4th, of course, is just the wires that connect those 3. And then so that's 3, and the 4th, of course, is just the wires that connect those 3. And then again, going back to the human analogy, these inputs, the sensors, this is your eyes and ear, the Arduino or the computer, that's your brain, then the outputs or the effectors, those are your muscles. And of course, the wires are the nervous system. So your eyes and ears send the information across the nervous system to your brain, and the brain decides what to do with it and sends that information through the nervous system to your muscles that then affect the world. These are the effectors, the outputs. So let's look at some of the sensors, some of the inputs, the eyes and ears. Well, the first one is
There's
this
a
light
display
sensor.
as
That's
well.
just what we saw in the night.
ये check करो. Cool display. कहाँ पहुँचे थे हम?
Or it could just be fun. Have with something like this, you have an alarm goes off because someone's invaded. Actually, super cool. They basically got this whole movement started. And so massive props to them. There's different types of board. This is the Arduino Uno. It's very common. The nice part about this is you've got these header pins. So your wires can just plug like directly into the board, which is pretty convenient. Now in the case of HackPack, technically this isn't an Arduino because we made our own version, so it's just a microcontroller. So like an Arduino is a specific brand of microcontroller in the same way that Tesla is a specific brand of car. So let's just take a quick look about what the software looks like and how you actually do the brain swapping. So the first thing you've got to do is just go to arduino.cc and you're going to download a specific piece of software called Arduino IDE. It's free. And then when you download the program and open it up, you get a screen like this. So all you got to do is plug in your Arduino, select your correct port, and now you've got a connection to the brain. So each version of a brain is called a sketch. So this is called an Arduino sketch. Again, you do not need to learn to code. You just need to be good at copying and pasting. You only need to know the value of that light. And I'm going to choose blink. And when I do this, you'll see it preloads a sketch. So again, here's the setup where it's calling out what pins and stuff we're using. And then here's the loop. that just loops over and over. And what you should know is that anything that's like in this grayed out color, that's in between these, there's a link, that's what the board is actually using. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit this over arrow, which will upload the code to my Arduino, effectively swapping out the brain on this thing. And lo and behold, we now see the onboard LED is blinking. Now here's what's really cool, and I remember the first time I did this, it was just like this aha moment that felt really powerful. But I can change the rate at which it blinks. So I'm gonna check really useful you can do with Arduinos and micro really briefly to talk about how you actually put new code onto this. That's a different brain than the one that looks for a specific set of knock the box, right? So it knows what this input. Before we do that, I do want to briefly mention, I'm saying Arduino and microcontroller super the Arduino. We've got these heads of that like you controlled this piece of very complicated hardware to do something you wanted. This is a great first step. And now just to be fun, I'm gonna change this to go even faster. So I'm deleting a 0 off of both of those. And now when I upload, we should see that it's blinking way faster. So that's just about the most simple example of how you, so here's a, so the question is, like glass bottle ice, if you plug the same as you take the juice. So you can actually circle to where we started this video at level, go to Crunch Labs.
All right, so first step is how to connect Arduino to laptop.
Learn Arduino programming in 20 seconds. First connect the USB cable, then connect it to the computer. Open the Arduino software.
Okay, as simple as that.
Software. Select the source code. Upload the code. Congratulations. Now you are a pro. Where Arduino
Where was the
select the source
file. Now for real, Yumzy gotta watch this. Yumzy will watch this. Yumzy already knows this. Basics, blink. Compiling sketch. Loading. Done uploading. Why is this blinking? This one. Orange wali light जो है. Wait, let's decrease the delay and see if it works. Yes sir, it's blinking way faster now. Okay. Wait, let's see what else is there. Basics. So if I do this high as well, it should change nothing. It should be like constant, right? Yep, it's constant light now. Weird. Okay, that's done.
Source code. Now subscribing will increase your skills. Now you are a programmer. Upload the code. B cable. 22nd. Learn Arduino programming. Then connect it to the source and substitute your skills.
Should I put a light on it? Where did they put it? G. GND AREF. Should we try it? I'm gonna turn this off first. So technically this should work. Or it shouldn't, I don't know. Yeah, because that light is not that light. We need to program this light first. Okay. Let's see this one. Current लगेगा? वो नहीं लगा. नहीं लगेगा. ऐसे नहीं लगता.
So far, we've learned that Arduinos conduct electricity. So the worst case scenario, if you connect it like this, is nothing happens. So the LED does not light up. It's not gonna get fried, but it's not gonna light up. All you need to do again is connect it properly, and you're good to go. So we want to connect it what? When we're connecting a resistor, we want to connect it across. In our previous section, we built a simple circuit, sorting that out. Okay, the remotes and all the things that we use. So I'm gonna use a 1.5 volt, but this means that current is gonna be less. Okay, so voltage is directly related to current. So I'm gonna have less current. Basically, the light is gonna be a bit more dim. So to actually demonstrate that, let me turn off the light. Maybe then you can see it. If you cannot, let me just bring this paper right here and try to overlay it with the paper. Maybe then you can see it. Can you see it?
Bro, I can never learn this this way. ये जो courses होते हैं ना, I can't. So let's try to do this. Hold on. Let me see all the components first. I can't find this. Yeah. How to connect one digit Let's start small. Hold on. 7-segment display. Arduino Uno. 180 ohm resistor. Where are my resistors at? ये रहे ना. Okay. I don't know if it's 180 ohm, but yeah, sure. Breadboard, we've got the breadboard. Jumper wires, we've got the jumper wires. USB cable. First step is to time to take out the board. किधरों खोलता है ये रहा. Okay, how did he put it on? Oye. Do I just put it anywhere? How do I know where to put it? I don't want to break it, bro. लग तो गया. Circuit diagram. Hold on. There's letters on there. Link in description. Where is it, bro? ब्रो मुझे इतनी गर्मी लग रही है ना. बॉयल हो रहा हूँ मैं इस टाइम. आप लोगों को समझ नहीं आ रही. What the hell did he do there? Funny. So basically it's, does it really matter कि कितनी space हो बीच में? I'm not sure. Let's see. It appears to me that it's F, G, H, 15, H15. $15. That's good, I think. It's not in C though. One second. Let me do this again. I'm not chatting because I'm trying to focus. W. Maybe we can put this here. right? And then we need one resistor. Okay, so the resistor is 1 2 3 4 5 6. I don't know if this actually matters, but like I'm just gonna replicate what he did. Mm. Then it is like 1 3 in between. Okay, then what? Guess we'll see. Bro, relax, bro. बहुत तेज जा रहा है. E Z into D2. What? Bro, how am I gonna keep this all in one place after this? पहले तो बड़े तहजीब से एक डब्बे में पड़े हुए थे. खारिश हो रही है आँख में. Okay, so he put it. I'm not sure if this is right, but okay. Wait, that is the wrong way. Nee. What? Okay, I'm gonna disconnect the Arduino for now. Wait, what? I got the wrong one. Am I cooked? Dad, am I cooked? यार इसको काटना पड़ेगा. वेट, छुरी की. This ain't gonna do it, bro. कैंची चाहिए. Where is my कैंची? Where is my कैंची? Here is my कैंची. Oh shit. Bro, these gonna be all over the place. Flipping hell. Anyway, so we put this in here. You guys don't see. ये इधर डालने हैं। साइड पे करो। ये इधर डालना है और इसने इसको डाला था फिर। E से D2 में okay, I've done something. D से D3 okay. ये D4 में आएगा। Wait, what? Bro, डायग्राम में इसने ये क्या दिखाया और इधर क्या बना रहा है? Anyway, I don't think it matters कि आप किधर लगा रहे हो। Okay, let's do this. You know what? I'll just do this. 15 to 5. So it's like 10. I'll do it here. और गाइज आप क्या हाल चाल हैं? आप सब ठीक हैं? चैट चूट में जितने बैठे हैं, अस्सलाम वालेकुम चैट। यो प्रो आ गया। अब बैक सीट गेमिंग होने वाली है बहुत हैवी किस्म की। वो अच्छी बात है, समवन टू गाइड मी। Is this good? I don't know, like wait, क्या हो रहा है यहाँ पे? I don't know. I'm trying to get this to work first. ये जो डिजिटल नंबर वाला है। What does this mean? Yamzi, what does this mean? VCC to win 5 volt. Oh, I get it now. So this goes Where did he put it though? Resistor केस बिल्कुल ऊपर लगाया. So on top of here goes on top of here and then in Win 5. How the hell does Yumni समझ on it? ये देखें. Did I do this right? Can you even see it? I'm just going off what this guy is doing. I'm just copying this. Let's see. मैं अभी तक तो same किया है. Yeah, with that. C to D4. Okay. Also, Yumzi, इसके पास जो है ना ये जिस तरह ट्यूटोरियल में दिखा रहा है. He has like square ones जो male to female वाले होते हैं. Like the ends are round on mine. Is that a thing? गलत वाली तो मैं नहीं यूज कर रहा. Wires. These are like are these called jumper wires? Think so. No matter. Okay. So basically what he did was what's the fourth one there? Four. Hold on. बहुत तेज जा रहा है. EP. What does these mean? Like DP to D5? D5 I get digital 5, right? Wait. D5 is like digital 5, right? What does DP mean though? Display? Oh. I've done all of this. Now what does this mean, B? Did he put it? D6. Connect it in the same line that display. So you're telling me I did this wrong? Because pins तो 3 है इसमें. बोल के नहीं. 5. Why did he use less ones? यार आप एक दफा ये वीडियो देखो. Is he doing it wrong? देखो ये ना This is the diagram. Okay. So okay. So maybe I've done this one wrong. This goes here. And then this goes here. This goes here. This goes here. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, sir. Wa alaikum assalam. In the same line. Okay. I get that. So should I just go off of the diagram instead of like him doing it? No. This one goes is 7. Okay. Shut up, EJB. Nobody likes you, EJB. Does the resistor need to be in the same? Bro, ये फंस गया resistor इसके अंदर. How would I manage that? How do I take this out? Okay, how to get out? So the resistor needs to be in line according to this diagram. Gap shap का फर्क तो नहीं पड़ता ना, like how much of a gap there is like between each component, as long as it's like the wires are connected. 3 का डिफरेंस रख. ब्रो मेरा फिजिक्स में ना सबसे हेटेड सब्जेक्ट जो था ना वो इलेक्ट्रिसिटी था. Here I am doing the same shit again. यार मेरी आँख में भी खारिश हो रही है, एक तो गर्मी भी लग रही है. What the hell man, this is not a good time to do this. Scene switch. I think that's what you're messing up. Actually, अभी भाई स्टार्ट भी नहीं किया हमने, स्टार्ट भी नहीं किया सीरी अपनी तेरी स्विच, पूरा सर्किट कंप्लीट भी नहीं हुआ, बकवास करी जा रहा है. Just be patient, EJB. Relax. You don't know everything in the world, ठीक है? Just admit that for once. अच्छा बेसिकली यार मुझे गर्मी लग रही है, इस वजह से मैं क्रैश आउट कर रहा हूँ थोड़ा. खारिश हो रही है आँख में भी. My bad. Didn't mean to do that. Okay, so I get a small one. Connect this here. Connect this here. Right. And then connect the other side of the resistor. Catching strays. इंसान का बच्चा बन के बैठे ना फिर. I think I've done everything that's in the diagram. I know you can't like really tell. But to me this is like good, I think. Five volt power. Resistor is in the right place. Okay, let's see. Bro, you are missing out on an earth wire. Bro, जो डायग्राम में मैंने वो सारी वायर्स लगा दी हैं. नीचे भी तू मेरे से मार खाएगा कसम से. एक्चुअली तू मेरे से मार खाएगा. जो डायग्राम्स में वो मैंने सारी वायर्स लगा दी हैं. डायग्राम में अगर ग्राउंड वायर नहीं है तो वो मैंने नहीं लगाई. Does it have a ground wire in the diagram? Does it? I don't think so. There's no way you hate EJB so bad. Okay, I see the ground, लेकिन उसको लगाना किधर है? Just anywhere? To the component. Where in the component? जगह नहीं है component में कहीं और लगाने की. Like if I can only connect it line. Okay, there's one space. और भी लाइंस हैं. How do lines work? I don't understand it. लगा दी ग्राउंड वायर भी. Now what? Looks like this. मैंने ग्राउंड वायर इधर लगाई है. Wait. In between here. डायग्राम में दिखाता हूँ. देखिए बीच में जो सुराख नहीं है, इधर लगाइए. Oh my god, my eyes. क्या बकवास है. Vertically in line or horizontally? Okay, it's connected now. Should I just connect it to my laptop now? हेलो, कैसा है लड़के? Make a new sketch. Connect this. बंद कर देते हैं. Don't save. Should I just copy his code? इसका कोड कहाँ लिखा हुआ है? You're not actually writing. Yeah, I just want to see if it works. When I'm making like custom shit, तो फिर कर लूँगे ना. But I feel like, yeah, I think it's fine. Yo, it's working, chat. Let's go. It's not working right, I think, but it's working. It's supposed to display numbers, but it's not displaying numbers properly. It's trying to, but it's not. See, as soon as you connected Earthwire, it started. Bro, I don't know if you're rage baiting me or you're actually like this. I don't get you, bro. I never tried it. Like, कभी मैंने connect ही नहीं किया था. I was literally building the circuit. जब तुमने बोला था कि यार ग्राउंड वायर जब तक नहीं लगाओगे नहीं चलेगा. अभी मैं ग्राउंड वायर उतार के दिखाऊं और फिर चला. फिर क्या मिलेगा मुझे? Some bullshit. मैं खड़ी हुई. निकालो. I'm not angry. I'm just like EJB is like उसका दिमाग थोड़ा खराब है. Like he thinks like world revolves around him. And still he comes to my stream every time. Does it? I did react to it. Oh, crazy, bro. Okay, so all I did was help you, pal. Bro, तेरा तो है ना मतलब क्या बोलूँ मैं तुझे? You're trying to help me to like feel good about yourself. बात ये है. बात सारी ये है. You're not trying to help me. He is gonna get banned if he keeps up with this shit. And I don't even care, bro. Like, anyway. Okay, so the code is wrong. You're saying the code is wrong, huh? What's wrong with the code? So basically, I need to understand what the fuck is going on here first. CB रुको, I'm come back. Okay. Hint number. What the fuck is this? First of all. Two, three. So maybe these are wrong. It's C++, yeah, I get that. Like, I need to understand these functions. What do they do? Like, how is it displaying it on there? What I imagine is like जितने okay इसमें कितने 7 segments है ना, तो 7 segments separately control हो रहे हैं. Are these the 7 segments? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is not right. This is. Is it this? Oh, wait. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Wait, it is now 7 segment. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Oh, I get it. I get it, chat. I feel like, so basically, wait, hold on. What if I turn this all to 0? Just wanna check something. Maybe you plugged the wrong wire in the wrong port. But that shouldn't. Maybe, let me see. Let me see if I turn this all to 0. I wanna go like iteration करते हैं एक-एक करके. Okay, so I'll turn down the delay to 250 so it goes faster. Okay. So it's looking like a C at this point. And it बाकी वाले जो है ना वो बंद हो गए. So which is first? Wait. अब एक एक करके पता चलेगा मुझे. We find out. Fuck around and find out वाला solution use करूँगा मैं. Okay, so this is one. What is this then? Okay. Okay. 1 2. So basically it's like this for now. I don't know how it actually works, लेकिन मेरे दिमाग में ये sense बन रही है. Okay, if these are the 7 segments. Wait, थोड़ा बड़ा बनाता हूँ. इसको मोटा कैसे करूँ? Anyway, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 और एक इधर डॉट है टॉप पे. So this is 1, this is 2 as of now. What's this? Wait, what? Yeah, this is 1. 2. So this is 3. I think it goes like anti-clockwise. Okay. So this one is 4. The middle one. This is 5. So I imagine this is 6 and this is 7. Well, let's see. Yeah, 6 was right, and then yep, the 7, and I think the dot on top is 8. Yep. So this is 8 on top. So how to make 1? Should we use 5 and 3 to make 1? And then, right? 5, 3. For 2 we can use 6, 5, 1, 2. 6, 5, 1, 2. And then 3 is 6, 5, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's see. 5, 3 is 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait. सबको 0 कर देते हैं पहले. There would be a smarter way of doing this, like in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 3. So this should give me 1. Come on. Yes, sir. It's giving 1. And then 2 was 6, 5, 1, 2. 1, 2, 6. 1, 2, 5, 6. 1, 2, 5, 6. Then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this should give me 1, 2, 3. Yo. Wait, what? कुछ गलती हुई है. 6, 5, 1, 2 and 4 as well. 4 मिस किया मैंने. 3, 4. Yo, let's go. गाइस आप लोग देखना पसंद करेंगे. Let's go. Yeah. W. I can turn this down to 3 in it. And then if I run this, nahi. Okay, so that's for, I understand that now. For int a is equal to, I want to, should I turn this down? A plus plus. Insane deduction skills. Oi hoi hoi, kya baat. Yeah, now it loops back only 3. पहले बीच में वो blank हो रहा था ना, blank नहीं हो रहा. Wait, should we try to write CB? Wait, hold on. So what is S? Let me clean this up. Oh yeah. Give me a brush back. Yeah. 6, 7, 4, 3, 2. And then I can be 5 and 3, I guess. And then B can be all of it. and then 5-3 again. Right? Yeah. Okay, so S was 6, 2, 3, 4, 6. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. And then I was 5 and 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Right? And then B is all of them. All on. And then it's did something wrong. Wait, इसको 4 करते हैं ना. Wait, need to remove this as well. Wait, 5 and 3, it's not 5 and 7. What am I doing? Hi guys, I'm back. Wait, कुछ गलत हो रहा है. S-I-B-I. B is fine, S is fine. Second I is fine. Last वाला I जो है ना वो नहीं सही. Oh, I get it. There was a mistake in the code. Should we do 0 as well? So all of them instead of 1, 2, 3. Change this to 5. Actually, let's do a 6. बीच में खाली गैप आएगा. Chat, are you ready? करंट लग गया मुझे. मजाक कर रहा हूँ. Oh. Yo, let's go. रुको मैं वॉशरूम से आया.
कब्र की मट्टी बिखरती गई चेहरे पे रौनक जब आजे तो समझो कि मौत सराहने को तकती रही मैं बैठा आज फिर से हूँ सोचो में तेरी ये नोटों की ढेरी सुकून नहीं दे रही है महफिल ये रस्म और रिवायत ये दुनिया के चेहरों पे जमी बस धूल ही दे रही इन आंखों में बेबी बस नशा है तू खफा रह तेरी उदासी पे दिल जाना सजाए तू खफा रह तू मेरी उदासी की बनी वजह है तू सजा रह बना तू मेरी आजादी का मदा है तू मदा है अब कोई नहीं यहाँ जो कहे ना कर रैप शॉप कहे ना कर रैप शॉप कहे ना कर रैप शॉप अब कोई नहीं यहाँ जो कहे ना कर रैप शॉप कहे ना कर रैप शॉप कहे ना कर रैप शॉप अब कोई नहीं यहाँ
Yo, किधर है मेरा यार ईजे भी चला ही गया यार सारा सैड होकर चला गया यार I was just crashing out on him bro. It was nothing personal obviously. यार वो वैसे हरकतें भी ऐसी करता है ना कभी कभी क्या करे बंदा Okay, time chat to move on. Move on to the next thing. We've done this easy peasy. I hate these transistor resistor pan. Lana Dimkana. I don't like it. I just like coding, bro. Let me code. Should we move on to the big boys? Should we move on to the big boys, guys? Main display. Which come back, EJB. We miss you. I'm sorry, EJB. I'm sorry. I was a bad parent. LCD 1602.
This is an LCD screen. In order to use it with an Arduino, you need this I2C module.
Which module? I think I have it somewhere. Is it this? No, it's not this. Do I have it? I might not have it. Why would they give it in this ticket if it's not in there? Must be in there. Is this an ESP? What is an ESP? Don't pull technical moves on me.
To use it with an Arduino, you need this I2C module.
Where is it? It's not here. हैवी। ओ यार राफिद वो भी आया, मैंने अभी उतारा है, पीछे जाके देख, बड़ा हैवी सिस्टम किया था। जल्दी कहाँ चलेगी गाइस, हम मुझे हेल्प चाहिए। How do I use this LCD? Okay, let's see.
Now let's connect this module to the back of the LCD screen.
Ain't no way, bro. Soldering करनी पड़ेगी।
I can now connect jumper wires from the I2C module to the Arduino microcontroller. Now we can use the LCD I2C library to upload a sketch to the Arduino. And that completes how to use an LCD screen with Arduino over I2.
Soldering करनी पड़ेगी। And you don't even have the I2C or whatever that shit is. What is this? Big boy shit. Bro, कुछ समझ नहीं आ रहा मुझे। Yeah, they didn't give you one. What's the point of the LCD if I can't use it? Then can't I use it without it somehow? Zoom in hand cam, please. I have cat. What do you mean? काफी जूसी लग रहा है। आप तो फ्लैश कर दो। पागल तो नहीं है? पागल तो नहीं है यार। मैंने वो क्यों उतारा यार? राफे कोई दिखा देता, बल्कि अभी तो स्ट्रीम पे दिखा देता हूँ ना। बनाया तो है हमने। Was it how long was that? Oh heavy. W कहाँ पे था?
In order
stake in the code. ये चेक कर, ब्रो चेक कर। CBO लिखा आ रहा है। In case you didn't know, SIBIO। करंट लग गया मुझे, मजाक कर रहा हूँ। क्या आवाज है ब्रो, क्या आवाज। सेटअप कैसा लगा है राफे आपको हमारा सेटअप? हेलो सीबी भाई। I2C is just to simplify the code and stuff. So मतलब अगर नहीं होगा तो मतलब कोडिंग मुश्किल हो जाएगी ना। I can't download the I2C library I think then, है ना? और वो फिर मसला हो जाएगा फिर।
This is an LCD screen. In order to use it with an Arduino, you need this I2C module. Now let's connect this module to the back of the LCD screen. In this video, I will show you how
Bro, पीछे क्यों चल रही है वीडियो अभी तक?
wires from the This is an
चुप। Bro, ये
In
सारे
this video,
सोल्डरिंग
I
कर रहे
will
हैं।
show you how to use a 1602 LCD screen with an Arduino and the Liquid Crystal library.
Liquid
No
Crystal।
simulator,
I think
because it
मतलब
lets
कोई
me
ना कोई
zoom in
लाइब्रेरी
and
यूज
see
करनी
the
पड़ेगी।
connections a little better here as we get or power pin, which should so you don't five your Arduino very telling it and looping. We do press the button and connect that pin to ground. Inside the loop, and for tons of cool science projects you can do with an Arduino, check out because it has 16, but that's going to be a topic for another video.
लाइब्रेरीज हुई हैं. Wait. जय श्री राम. ब्रो ये जय श्री राम अगर नहीं इसने भी लगाया दिया I2C पीछे. नमस्ते इंडिया. I love my mom. I think I2C के बगैर पॉसिबिलिटी नहीं है. Yeah, सब ने यूज़ किया हुआ. I think we can scrap that idea for now. Should we just attach a motor directly? 300 साउस पे ठुमका ना जी ना. बहुत ठुमके हो गए. मोटर लगाई जाए फिर. Me watching this while preparing my new Linux rise. Hi Shami. What's up? Is this a DC motor? पंखा लगाओ जी पंखा. ओए ओए पंखा अपना पंखा बनाते हैं गाइस. गर्मी बहुत हो रही है. रुक जाओ. Be right back. I'm a shower. झूठे. You are an Indian. You are Indian. You don't shower. Can I directly connect this to a battery? या फिर ये blast हो जाएगा. यार मुझे ना इलेक्ट्रिसिटी ज़्यादा समझ नहीं आती गाइस. Honestly. Wait, is it gonna blast up? Whoa, पाँच की 2 में. That's crazy, bro. This is a very तेज पंखा. You're getting हवा पीछे से आ रही है. Yo, EJB is back. What's up, EJB? Forgive me, EJB. But only because I forgive you. Just this one time. Don't fuck it up again. Okay, so like, let's make something interesting. I forgive you, pal. I hope you, bro. ये रेज बेटा है. अब मुझे समझ आ गई है बस. I will act accordingly. He's just a professional rage waiter. I once made a parking sensor with Arduino. क्या बात है सर आपकी. I'm just getting into the shit, so like noob हूँ मैं अभी काफी. Like मैं अपनी vulnerability शो कर रहा हूँ इधर स्ट्रीम पे. समझ रहे हो कि मुझे ये चीज़ें नहीं आती. ये सुपरसोनिक इसका मतलब क्या होता है? क्या नाम है इसका? सुपर अल्ट्रासोनिक सेंसर. व्हाट डज दैट मीन? They can sense ultrasound energy. Can measure the distance to an object using ultrasound waves. दस मंगवाई थी 3 टूट गई. F. Okay, so let's build a basic motor wala setup. How to connect motor with Arduino.
In this video, I'll show you how to control a DC motor using an Arduino and a new part called a transistor. A transistor allows you to control things like motors that require more power than your Arduino can provide directly, so you require an external battery pack. Note that using a single transistor only lets you spin the motor in one direction. If you want to reverse the motor's direction, you'll need a part called an H-bridge that we'll cover in the next video of our Arduino tutorial series. As usual, let's switch over to Tinkercad Circuits, which is an online Arduino simulator, so we can see the circuit and the code side by side at the same time. Now you might say, wait a minute, there's no motor in that circuit, and you are correct.
If you get
First,
stuck
we're going to review a basic
on programming part of Arduino, I can help. यार मुझे मसला programming part of Arduino से नहीं है, मुझे मसला ये like setup करने से. Like this is very new to me. Programming वगैरह थोड़ी बहुत आती है मुझे. Oh, मुझे यमजी का जोक अब समझ आया. You could catch the flash with it. पहले मैं पता नहीं क्या समझ रहा था. So the Arduino can't power up the motor है. साइड पे हमें बैटरी अलग लगानी पड़ेगी. Is that what they're saying? हाँ, what was the joke? यार फ्लैश का मतलब कैच कर सकते हैं ना, अल्ट्रासोनिक, सुपरसोनिक. I don't know bro, like मैं पता नहीं फ्लैश पहले फ्लैश लाइट वाली फ्लैश समझ रहा था, but she's talking about the flash, DC वाला फ्लैश, करेक्टर, सुपर हीरो.
basic LED. I'm going to set the LED pin as an output, and I'm going to
Wait, let's start with LEDs bro. Why am I jumping? देखो साइंस बडीज इसके प्लेलिस्ट में जाते हैं. Arduino, where is it? Is it this one?
Hi, this is Ben Finio with Science Buddies, and this video is an introduction to how to use a breadboard.
This is a normal breadboard. Arduino.
In this video,
Engineer jokes. It's not engineer. Movie का बता bro. Heavy movie. Heavy.
In this video, you will learn how to write a new Arduino program and build a circuit to blink an external LED. In addition to your Arduino, you will need a breadboard, 2 jumper wires, an LED, and a resistor. 150 or 220 ohm resistors work well. A breadboard consists of a grid of holes where you can insert wires and other parts like LEDs and resistors to build a circuit. You can easily remove and rearrange the parts if you make a mistake or want to build a different circuit. Each set of 5 holes that are adjacent to each other in a row are electrically connected to each other. So, for example, if I plug one jumper wire into the left end of
F1 की बात हो रही है. F1 movie.
this row in column A, and plug another jumper wire into the right end of this row in column E, these 2 wires are now electrically connected. Adjacent rows are not connected to each other. So, for example, if I move the red wire down to row 8, it is no longer connected to the black wire. Similarly, holes are not connected across the gap in the middle of the breadboard. So, if I move the red wire over here to column
What are you talking about? F1. It's actually grow अच्छी है F1 वाली. Brad Pitt.
F, Even though it is in the same row, row 7, as the black wire, the two wires are not connected. If you flip your breadboard over, you will see that normally they have an adhesive backing and you would leave this on. However, in this video, I am going to remove the backing from this breadboard so I can show you how it works. So if we remove the backing, you can see these metal rows inside the breadboard, and each of these is a set of metal clips. These are what grab onto the parts when you press them into the breadboard. But again, you can see that each set of 5 clips is all connected to each other by a single piece of metal. So if I look at the back of the breadboard here, you can see what I described on the front. The pieces of metal are not connected between adjacent rows. There is insulating plastic in between them, and they're also not connected across this gap in the middle of the breadboard, but each set of 5 holes in half of a row is all connected to each other by a single one of these metal clips. The long vertical strips on the sides of the breadboard are called buses or rails, and they're connected a little differently, but we're not going to worry about them just yet. We are going to build a circuit that connects the resistor and the LED to the Arduino. Then we are going to write code that uses one of the Arduino's pins to turn the LED on and off. Note that when you're building your circuit, it's a good idea to unplug your Arduino. That way, you're not working with a powered up circuit, and this reduces the chance of short circuits if you make a mistake. Let's start with the LED. Look at it closely and notice that it has...
कौन सा color, guys? Chat. Which light should we use? We've got white, we've got yellow, we've got blue, we've got red, and we've got green. Oh, मैं options दिए उनमें से pink और black पहले नंबर पे देंगे. Red? Red is kind of boring, no? You can use green. Like or blue. I like blue. Let's use blue for now.
Has a long leg and a short leg. The long leg is the positive side that we'll be connecting to one of the Arduino's pins. Pick 2 rows in the breadboard to insert the LED legs. It doesn't matter exactly which rows, but make sure you keep track of which end is the long leg or positive side. I'm going to put the LED legs in rows 10 and 12. Next, I'm going to connect the resistor so it is in series with the LED. This means electrical current can flow through the resistor and then through the LED. Now, your first instinct to do that might be to put the resistor so it is physically lined up or physically in series with the LED in the breadboard like this. However, remember how the holes are connected inside the breadboard. Adjacent rows are not electrically connected to each other, so there is no path for electrical current to flow from the resistor into the LED here, because row 13 is not connected to row 12. In order for the parts to be electrically connected or in series, I need to move the resistor over so one end of it is in row 12 next to the
Heavy
LED.
साइंसदान ब्रो साइंसदानी के लिए जरूरी होती है कलर कौन सा है मैं समझ गया हूं
Once I've done that, I
Where is my resistor?
now have a path for electrical current to flow through the resistor, then through the LED. The purpose of the resistor here is to protect the LED by preventing too much current from flowing through it. If you forget the resistor completely, or the resistance value is too small, then too much current will flow through the LED, causing it to burn out. However, if
Guys,
the
एक
resistance
लाइट बर्न आउट बनती है कि नहीं? Guys, एक लाइट बर्न आउट बनती है कि नहीं रेजिस्टर के बगैर?
value is too large, then not enough current will flow through the LED and you won't be able to see it light up. That's why you can't just pick any resistor, and it's important to choose the correct value. Again, 150 or 220 ohms both work well for this project. Next, I'm going to use my jumper wires to connect my circuit to my Arduino. I'm going to use my red wire to connect the positive end of my circuit, which is the free end of the resistor, to Arduino pin 12. In order for electrical current to flow, I need a complete path or a closed circuit. So I'm going to use my second wire to connect the negative end of my circuit, or the short leg of the LED, to the Arduino's ground pin, which is labeled GND. This gives me a closed circuit or a complete path for electrical current to flow out of pin 12, through the red wire, through the resistor, through the LED, and then through the black wire back to the Arduino. Now that we've built the circuit, we're ready to write the code to blink the LED. This is a breadboard diagram made with a computer program. It makes it a little easier to see exactly which hole each part goes in on the breadboard. You can use it as a reference when you build your circuit. If you need to finish building your circuit, pause the video here before you continue. Then open the Arduino IDE and get ready to write your first new program. To create a new program in the Arduino IDE, select File, New. This will open a new window with a skeleton that includes the setup and loop functions, but they're both blank, so you can add your own code. You can select File, Save to save your program on your computer. Make sure you give it a name that makes sense to you and save it in a place where you'll easily be able to find it again. This time, instead of loading an example program, you'll write your own code. Follow along as I type, and pause the video if you need time to catch up on the typing. Remember that we connected our LED to Arduino pin 12. The first thing we need to do in our setup function is tell the Arduino that we're going to use that pin as an output. We're going to do that with the pin mode command. So type pin mode, make sure you capitalize the M, open parentheses, 12, that tells the Arduino which pin we're going to use, comma, output in all caps. That tells the Arduino we're going to use the pin as an output. Then, make sure you end the line in a semicolon. All Arduino command lines must end in a semicolon or you'll get an error when you try to upload the code. Now, that only needs to happen once, and then we want to blink the LED on and off forever. So we're going to go down to our loop function. To turn the LED on, we use the digital write command. Type digital write, make sure you capitalize the W, open parentheses, 12, comma, high. That tells the Arduino to turn that pin high or on. Then again, remember to end the line in a semicolon. Next, we want that pin to stay high for 1 second, so we're going to use the delay command. Type delay, open parentheses, but remember, don't just type 1 because the delay command works with milliseconds, not seconds. So we need to tell it to wait for 1000 milliseconds. And again, end the line in a semicolon. After that, we want the pin to go low, so we're going to type digital write, open parentheses, 12, low. Note that the Arduino IDE automatically fills in the close parentheses for me when I type the open parentheses. And again, we're going to end that line in a semicolon. Finally, we're going to do another delay, 1000. Notice that I forgot to hit the spacebar twice there. You don't strictly need to, but to keep your code neat, code inside functions is usually indented by 2 spaces. That lets me look at this and easily tell that all of this code here is part of my loop function. Now, make sure you reconnect your Arduino if you had disconnected it when you were building your circuit. See that I have a notification here that my Arduino is not connected, so I've just plugged it back in, but then I need to reselect it from this drop-down menu. After that, you can upload the code. Once you've connected your Arduino and uploaded the code, if you built your circuit correctly, the LED should blink on and off. Now, here's a programming and circuit building challenge for you. Add another LED that is connected to Arduino pin 8. Edit your code so that LED blinks on and off.
चल रहा है guys. Wow, engineering. अच्छा क्या इसने डाला है?
Now, here's a programming and circuit building challenge for you. Add another LED that is connected to Arduino pin 8. Edit your code so that LED blinks on and off at the same time as your first LED. Pause the video here and try it out.
So will I do the same thing again? Hold on. Guys, let's do green now. Wait. Longer side positive थी या shorter side positive थी? I forgot. Longer is positive. Wait, what? क्या गलत कर रहा हूँ कुछ मैं? गाइस कोई पटाखा होने वाला है गाइस. नहीं, कुछ गलत किया मैंने. Can I use one ground for both lights? I mean, I should be able to. Bro, I'm so bad with this electric shit, bro. I don't understand shit. मैंने सेकंड ईयर में ना इलेक्ट्रिसिटी वाला जो है ना चॉइस पे छोड़ा था चैप्टर. चॉइस पे छोड़ दिया था गाइस. फुल सर्कल मोमेंट हो गया, सीखना पड़ रहा है. पिंड मोड हो गया था सर, पिंड मोड की जगह. Can you add two integers like दो पिन के नंबर से एक ही उसमें डाल सकते हैं? Or do you have to do it on separate ones? Separate functions में करने पड़ते हैं. This should work. green वाली is bright. क्या बात. Here comes the police. La polizia. Wait, let me turn this off. La polizia. Thanks, guys. वो बैटरी से कनेक्ट करते हैं. Where'd it go, man? Here it is. पीली बत्ती वाली आई है, लाल बत्ती वाली, नीली बत्ती वाली है, लाल बत्ती वाली. चलो यार, आज के लिए काफ़ी हो गया है ना, क्या ख्याल है? आहिस्ता आहिस्ता हम फिर जो है ना मुश्किलात बढ़ाते जाएंगे अपने लिए. पुल्स आ गई, पुल्स आता बाबैया. Now how do I keep these like intact? Because this is gonna be everywhere now. All these wires and shit. लाइटों का पैकेट.
देखूं वक्त बदलते में ये 10 गर्मियों में कंधे छाती बढ़ गई है जी रहा तू सपने तू झांकता मैं भटकता फिर भी तू सही से मैं मांगता तमन्नते वो सपने जीना देख ले वो झूठा प्यार झूठे गाने सुनने के बहाने छूटी जॉब जिसका चेक सड़े इस जेब में क्यों कट गई कॉल जिसके बाद जे चल दिए वो उनके शब्द कि तुम भी हमको भूल गए तो मैं
What's going on here? Nothing. Nothing. Bomb bana rahe hain, bro. I'm gonna blow up this shit. I'm joking. That was a joke. Please don't deport me. रह गया क्या? पंखा रह गया गाइस. Hate putting it back. Oh, ये तो रह गया. गाइस मुझे बस वॉशरूम जाना पड़ेगा गाइस. Is that the power module? This one? Oh shit. Dropped it. Hopefully it's alright. This one? Power module उसके अंदर ही है. This is the copy of Arduino. Okay, I'll be back. Very fun activity. Bro's mic is so trash. I'm so sorry. Splite Gaming, how is your mic? Hanji! This is better than visual code. Huh? It's not even related, bro. What do you say about visual code? What are you talking about? Don't talk smack about my boy right here. That's working your GIF key right now. That was fun. That was fun. We'll do it again soon. I'll try to work on it like off stream as well to learn thoda bahut. GIF kheer. Yeah, GIF kheer. The GIF kheer. You don't know about the GIF kheer, bro? This kheer. It's working on Visual Studio, man. शुक्र है मौसम अच्छा हो गया गाइस, थोड़ा ठंडक हो गई थोड़ी सी। या अल्लाह तेरा शुक्र। A disc ray? No way. Wait, शिवम ने कुछ भेजा है। 1 second. He made Tetris. Yo, let's try it. How do you place them? Enter. Oh. How do I go whole piece? So the controls are a bit confusing. Usual Tetrises में थोड़ा different controls होते हैं. If you're listening, is there a way to change these? Or these default? Anyway, good shit, Shivam. Looks nice. Is this Tetris? Yes, it is Tetris. You know the Shiv guy that comes in chat? He made it. What is this shit even about seeing Chris Bro's channel for the first time? Yeah, matlab, I just do random shit. Sometimes we play games, sometimes I make terrariums, sometimes we make some, like today we were learning how to use Arduinos. All type of shit here. Sometimes we do some artsy stuff, paint some shoes. Why is bro hating even though he's never been? Koi baat nahi yaar. We welcome him with love. We love. Probably Indian. Not crazy. एक तू होवे एक मैं होवां. चलो यार, boys and girls, you wanna react to it? React to what? Ray wala? Work on it, bro. थोड़ा टाइम लो उसमें, यू नो आई एम सेइंग। रे होगा इधर चैट में तो फिर रिएक्ट करेंगे ना, ऐसा फायदा नहीं है। उसी मिक्सिंग शिक्सिंग पे काम कर लो तब तक। चलो, I'm gonna go now. Hopefully you guys had fun. It was very fun for me. It's kind of tiring though. Hey. I should have started with the lights first. That was easier. I just straight up went to harder one. Anyway, it was fun. I understand it better now. Bye bye guys. Bye bye. Allah Hafiz. See you. I don't know, maybe see you sometime next week, hopefully. At least you exceeded. Yeah. All right.